Much big greetings. This is for the Deadly Horizons True Crime Podcast, which I was watching. I was spending some time on it. This is to Jeff and Sharon, and it's from Jeff. Jeff on Jeff. Ain't that cool? God entered into my body like a body my same size. My skin feels electric. Have you ever heard that song? I touch myself, don't want nobody to love me. You know, I was listening to the podcast, and it doesn't look like it's very old. Did it start out the Jeff show? Is that what you said in one of them? But you did mention true crime, maybe Dead Horizons while you was talking. Did you start out one way and end up another way? Have you heard that Alice Cooper album, On the Inside? Alice Cooper wrote a song, a whole album when he was on the inside of the insane asylum doing his alcohol rehabilitation treatment. You know, you guys don't need to hear all that stuff. Anyway, I would be like the show Brubaker if I was going to come on your show. I would actually go into prison, and then if I made it out, maybe after I got in there, I wouldn't want to come out. But my prison name would be Stick, or Weapon. You know, something that warns people if they mess with, I'm only 5'4", but if they mess with me, man, they got something coming. But I listened to some of your interviews about you interviewing people that are like counselors or whatever, that are assisting inmates with possible support. Now, you know, he did tell me to say, tell him Bob Hickman sent you. You know, I'm not the type that wants a prisoner patted on the back. Somebody that is in there for triple life for wiping out a whole family. You think I want him to sit down with a counselor and, oh, you poor thing. You just had a bad day. You're a normal, nice man. You just flipped. Oh, hell no. Man, I want the counselor to go see him with a machete. But I'll say for the sake of the podcast, maybe I just don't look at things like you do. Maybe you do look at things like I do. I don't know. But prison is for reform. Now, I know there are a lot of people in prison that are innocent, but there's a lot of people outside of prison that are not innocent. And you know the old saying, the only difference between somebody in prison and somebody on the outside is somebody on the outside didn't get caught. But I liked it. I really did. I mean, Mike Murdoch said it himself. He said, there's nothing wrong with knowing a whole bunch of people. Having a whole bunch of friends, good friends. He said nothing wrong with it. Talk like a good old boy. But he said it's better to know one person that has the ability to exalt you than knowing all of them put together. Now, if I was able to do the Brubaker, you saw the show Brubaker, didn't you? The warden came into the prison as a prisoner to just check it out. That's what needs to happen. I need to go in there with my code name, Stick. And I need to have some research from the inside. And then I need to come out and be interviewed by you guys. And, of course, that's if I want to be free. I might like it. You never know. Thanks for letting me do this videogram, and it was a little bit difficult to do. Well, we'll see as time goes on what happens with your podcast. You know what? You got started, and it can go in any direction. It can go up or go down. If it stays the same, you won't get much more than you're getting. So I know there's hunger in you to see it grow, and I think you'll learn how to do that. Maybe that's not what you wanted to hear, but you know what? At least you started. There was a president. He failed 8 times before he finally became the president. His name was Adolf Hitler. The world might have been better off if he failed the 9th.